Hello, Jason Bellant here again, Feldman Chevrolet Highland, sitting with Jeremy Pastori, Preowned Sales Manager. Just wanted to touch on the hiring, the positions we have available from a sales consultant standpoint on what we were discussing here about a week or so ago. And we still have some positions that are available to join our sales team. And I wanted to just touch on the grassroots effort that we do in here. And the reason I was having Jeremy join us today is A, the growth we've had in his department, and B, just how Jeremy started with the Feldman Group. And I wanted to touch on that and just give you a brief, dive into his previous employment history prior to joining Feldman as well. So Jeremy, go ahead.
Yeah, so I came from directly, the last place I worked at was, I was in windows and roofing. I was working for a home renovation company. Did traveling sales, bounced around a lot. It was an interesting dynamic that I wasn't super completely happy with, and actually a sales consultant here who was a friend of mine reached out to me and asked me to come over here. That was roughly 3 years ago now, just over. And so I started on the sales floor here the next month after him and I got together. And then, that progressed into, the leadership role that I'm in now in the used car management position, which I started about almost a year and a half ago now. So I wasn't, I put in my effort while I was here and moved up quite quickly into the position that I'm in.
So you sold for us for about 2 years, and you've been as pre-owned manager for about a year and a half. Is that correct?
Yep, roughly. Yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy came in with a career mindset. He's going to approach the job as a career, and came in and just did a great job. Selling vehicles for us and servicing our community, and then raised his hand that he was interested in moving up in the organization, and the rest is history. So he has helped also really grow the department. So, but point being is you have someone that came from selling windows, and then now 3.5 years later he's in one of the best used car manager roles in the state of Michigan. So we are a top 10 store in the state of Michigan for used car volume. So that just kind of puts a little bit more teeth in what we do here. And this is not an isolated situation like I've discussed in the past. I started selling cars on this floor and have moved up the chain, so to speak, and so is our finance managers, sales managers. And then let's just say that that's something some people don't want to do is get into a management position. And let's touch on, Jeremy, what we do for Greg Payne, for example, who is a top 20 sales consultant in the state of Michigan for new car volume, and then also touch on John Denny. What have we provided those associates that perhaps don't want to move into the management segment, but what do we do to help support their growth as a sales consultant?
Yeah, I mean, those are obviously two of our top guys, and they fight month in, month out to accomplish their goals and service as many people as possible and put as many cars on the road. So, I mean, we have full support for them all the time, anything that we can help them with to accomplish. And then, once they reach that limit, obviously there's only one person has so much time in the day, so we've provided them both assistance. They both have the opportunity to continue to grow with somebody that can help them with, let's say, some of the more busy or task-oriented items so that they can focus on the sales side and stay organized, continuing to grow and grow. I mean, you've got guys like, John Denny was doing 30, 35 cars before he had an assistant. Now he's pushing 50, 60. And Greg's gone crazy in the last few years, was doing 40, 50 when I started those 3.5 years ago. Now looking at 70, 80, 90 cars a month with multiple assistants. So, I mean, just from a support level, we've always got their back to help them find a way. And then those assistants can help them stay clean and stay focused on the next customer. Sure.
So the message there is it doesn't take, like John Denny, for example. Greg Payne's been with us for about 9 years. Been a very career-oriented sales consultant. He's really grown his book of business over those 9 years. And like Jeremy pertained to is he actually sat down with me this morning and touched on how he really wants to push it up to 100 units, what he's producing, him and his team, month in, month out. John Denny has only been with us for about a year, and he's already selling 50 cars a month. And how do you think he's accomplishing that in such a short period of time without a book of business, Jeremy? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's like you said, it's being career oriented, not coming in and thinking of this as just another job. You're making it a career, you're making it a focus. And the things that it takes to do that are, it's just drive, it's focus, it's it's caring day in and day out, and never giving up. It's never accepting no. It's moving forward no matter what and finding a way to make it happen. For him, he knew that he was reaching a limit by himself, so we assisted him with that, providing him an assistant, and now he's able to run cleaner and more efficient, and he's had no problem pushing that up a lot higher because he knew that he wasn't done. He wanted more, and now he's got it.
Sure. And just for the record, the store helps pay for the assistant, so that is a reward that we put out there for our sales associates that want to continue to progress and move up their book of business and fence their garden, so to speak. And what I mean by that is just be as transparent with our consumers as possible, and provide that VIP customer driven experience for every customer that comes in here. So our goal is to make everyone completely satisfied with their interactions with us, whether that's buying a car or servicing a vehicle with us. So and it doesn't stop once your sale is final. We want to continue to follow you through the whole ownership of the vehicle and make sure we're suiting your needs. And make sure that something hasn't happened from a change of life that we can assist with pertaining to the vehicle. So that being said, these sales positions are, they're some of the best out there in the industry, and we support the growth, whether you want to move up from into a leadership position, or you'd want to move up your book of business and sell 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 cars a month. And there's plenty to go around. We have thousands and thousands of leads that come in here from our customers that are looking to purchase a vehicle and do business with us. And right now we have more leads coming in than we have sales associates that can handle those. So we're definitely looking to add to our core of people here in the building, and we're looking for the right few that we're going to train and bring in and help them grow. And why don't you touch on the training that we provide here in-house, Jeremy, with our sales associates?
Yeah, so we've got a lot of different options and a lot of different things that we can look at, and everyone learns a little differently, so it's always a hands-on experience with each individual. I obviously focus more on the used side, so I'm digging into how to respond to a customer, how to react to a customer, how to provide those, the proper answers or the proper channels, what they're looking for. All of our sales consultants have access through vAuto, which, having access to the inventory and hands-on all the time with me showing them how to find exactly what they're looking for, and just essentially how to manage the entire process. Everyone's got an idea or can get into their own rhythm, but sometimes it takes a more structured approach and sometimes it doesn't. So like I said, it's more hands-on every person. So we sit down and touch everything that we can with the sales consultant individually to really teach them the way they need to learn.
I agree. So in your department right now, you did 315 last month in used, and I know we need more sales associates. You talk to me about this daily. What do you think we're going to end up with here in July? Where do you think our end's going to be as far as used car volume?
So we're still pushing really hard. We've got 5 days left, so I think at this point I'm expecting to be well above that number again. I'm still
well above the 300.
Yeah, I'm still pushing. I'm assuming we're going to get to about 350. That's where I think is totally accomplishable. Some more sales consultants would totally help, but I'm just going to lean on my guys a little bit harder, and we'll get to 350 this time.
Once we add those 5 or 6 more sales associates we're looking for, where do you think your department number is going to be at that point?
At that point, we should have no problem cracking 400. That's
I agree.
Not an option.
I agree. So just to let the community know there that once we're up in that 400 plus range, this is going to be one of the top handful of stores that even come close to those numbers in the whole state of Michigan and the upper territory that General Motors covers here. And it's just really impressive what Jeremy's done in such a short order, and just to get that word out to everybody. And if you would like to discuss any opportunity with myself, my email is J and then B as in boy, ELLANT @feldmanauto.com. direct line 248-748-1122.